Good morning, everyone. Just going to wait a couple of seconds here, family, until we start getting people inside here, and we're going to have a discussion about Twitter, some of the forecasted amount. Is this going to be a good part of your portfolio if you decide to have Twitter inside of it or not? There's a lot going on with Twitter, and I want to be the first ones to really give you a different sort of breakdown, not just the analytical or the metric side of Twitter and whether you should invest or not. You see the stock indicator light behind me. We understand that green is my choice of you buying the stock. Red is my choice of you selling the stock. And white, I don't know, hold it, sell it, buy it. This is according to what you believe is best for your portfolio, but let's get into it. All right, first and foremost, we understand that Twitter is trying to be taken over by Elon Musk. After Elon Musk owned around 9% of Twitter, the CEO of Twitter invited Elon Musk to the board of directors. And what Elon Musk knew is that if he becomes board of the directors, he cannot own more than 14.9% of Twitter. Because when you start getting to 15% of Twitter, because of how diversified Twitter is with all the board of directors and the amount of shares they have versus all the public investors like you and I can go and buy Twitter, that they would be the majority shareholder and literally own Twitter. So as a board member, you can only own 14.9%, and Elon Musk knew that. So that's why he didn't want to essentially be part of the board of directors, because he wants to own Twitter. See, that's the thing. When I woke up this morning, I was going to give this video on Friday, but I wanted to wait for some more information to come out. And family, as it states right here in my email, I get a lot of these stock emails, and it says here that Elon's Twitter saga continues after the tech knocking offer to buy Twitter for $43 billion in a hostile takeover. The company board has cooked up a plan to stop him. Bottom line, it's not over, right? Meaning that this thing will continue and essentially perpetuity. Now, if you guys are not familiar with Elon Musk, I know you guys are familiar with Tesla and his space company, and he even has solar panels under the name Tesla, etc. Did you guys know that he took over Jeff Bezos to be the richest man in the world? Did you guys know that? Because for a while there, Jeff Bezos was holding it down for about a year or two. And here come Elon Musk at the young age of 50. Now think about that, family. So if you're anywhere between the age of 25 and 50, just think, if you're at the age of 25, it's a possibility you can be the richest man in the world. And that's what a lot of people don't understand, why he wants to essentially buy everything. Because, ladies and gentlemen, Elon Musk is worth $273 billion at the young age of 50. At the young age of 50. See, I'm going to give you a different breakdown here today when it comes to Twitter and Elon Musk. We're going to go a little bit deeper into Twitter, because here's the thing. Some of you may or may not have Twitter accounts, or you must have a Twitter account to read other people's tweets to see what's going on in the world, because Twitter has and is encompassing all of media, right? I think you have 140 characters to write whatever statement you want to post on your page or your tweet, quote unquote, or you can even tweet somebody else. There's also companies on there. When I had issues with one of my Twitter accounts and my Google account, I had to tweet Google through Twitter. Instead of going to Google Help Desk, they're like, just tweet us. So Twitter is just more than you just putting a message on a board or you rolling through someone's Twitter page and reading what they said, or even videos. Twitter is now becoming that platform. And I think Elon Musk has been watching Twitter with a fine-tooth comb, because we see TikTok. People are still TikToking. TikTok is still very popular. Instagram is still very popular, but just how the pendulum has been swinging. You guys recall MySpace. And then when Facebook hit the market, Facebook was the hottest thing for like the next 10 or 15 years. And now it's Instagram. Everybody is doing messaging on Instagram Live, video chatting on Instagram to your friends and family. Everyone is using Instagram for everything except when you go overseas. Most people use WhatsApp. But again, you look at WhatsApp, Facebook. See, all of these companies are trying to stay relevant, because when you say relevant, that's how you make millions and billions of dollars. Because one thing I understand about billionaires, they want $1 trillion. They want to be the first one. They want to be like Mansa Musa, the richest, dark melanated African brother who just giving away gold. They want to be as rich as him. He was worth $1 trillion. So they want to reach this goal, and he's at $273 billion. Now he's a long way away, because again, in order for you to have $1 trillion, you need 1,000 billion dollars, which equals $1 trillion, which is a lot of goddamn money. Okay, you're not even at 500 billion, but they're still trying to do that thing. Now, I'm not looking at this right here, family. I'm just looking at, God damn, that's a lot of money. I'm pocket watching. I sure am. Space exploration technologies, 43 billion private assets, 5.7 billion in cash. Tesla ownership stake, 17%, worth $187 billion. And don't forget, Elon Musk is African American. He's a true African American. You guys think I'm joking? No, he's from South Africa. He's from South Africa, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, he is. Okay, was born in South Africa, attended a university in Canada before transferring to the University of Pennsylvania, where he earns a bachelor's degree in physics and economics. See, this is the thing I've been telling people. Like, I even told this to my son, and maybe one day he'll see this, is that, son, you have to have something in statistics, in business, or economics. Especially, it can either be a minor or a major, or it can be your graduate or undergrad. But you need to know how the world works, or you have to do it on your own. You don't really have to go to school to learn economics, but it's a systematic way in order to do so. There's course curriculum, syllabus, and this, that, and the other, but there's a really good way of how you can learn about economics, because a lot of us, we complain about certain economical things because we don't understand economics and how they are controlled, but Elon Musk does. And he also knows how to control social media with one tweet. You guys remember Dogecoin? Now, everybody knows that's Elon Musk coins that he, quote unquote, allegedly created. And just one tweet, like Dogecoin to the moon, skyrocketed Dogecoin, where it made people millions of dollars. Now, a lot of us are still investing in Dogecoin, like myself, and we're losing out. And whether it be a video, a Twitter space, a picture. Matter of fact, I'll show you a funny picture I've seen, in case any of you guys follow Roly Poly Martin. We're just gonna call that a bussified moment. That's all I'll say there. That's all I'll say there. That's all I will say. Now, also on Twitter, you know, Twitter is literally taking everyone's idea and putting it on their app to stay relevant and profitable. Now, you guys know Clubhouse, right? You know, Clubhouse, you go in there, you can create these Clubhouse rooms and come up with all types of discussions. They talk about everything on Clubhouse, absolutely everything, real estate, to bird beetles, to randomness, to everything, relationships, you name it. They talk about everything on Clubhouse. So Twitter came up with Twitter Spaces. Now, if you guys are not familiar with Twitter Spaces, if you go and hit tweet, you see spaces right there. That's essentially how you can go to a Twitter space or create your own Twitter space. Now, what's important about this, family, that a lot of people are not understanding is, let me go back to my page here, because I'm trying to show you guys a very different look at Twitter and investments and Elon Musk, how all these things encompass, not one of my regular videos. The key thing here is the reason why people do YouTube, TikTok, and some echelons of Facebook is because you can monetize it. You can make money. Like, take, for instance, this video right here. It's monetized, meaning that I have the potential, depending on how long you watch it, depending on how many views I get, to make money. Now, when it comes to Twitter, like, well, how could you make money off someone tweeting or doing whatever? So on Twitter, if you notice right here, you see that says monetization, meaning that your work can be paid for. So you go into here, you hit monetization, and it says ticketed spaces. Different than Clubhouse, because Clubhouse is free. Now, I think Clubhouse is going to start trying to monetize some things they probably already have. I'm not aware of that yet. But you can go to ticketed spaces, and then you can start finding out how to host paid gatherings, right? Connect more deeply with your fans, earn money. Can you guys see that? I know it's focusing in and out. Let me get behind. There we go. Earn money where your audience is. And then it goes into what are ticketed spaces, what's the revenue share split, this, that, and the other, ready to get started. Apply for ticketed spaces, beta. So they came up with a new platform, and Elon Musk is watching Twitter. Let's go into it. Good morning, Jermaine Anderson and David. Let's take a deeper look into this. Now, Twitter for the past year has been down, okay? Around 34% the past 3 months. It's been up 23% the past month, around 39%, but it's rounding up here. The past week, down 1.5%. The past day, it's been up 3%, especially here in the pre-market. Now, I'm not going to bore you with Twitter's about. You get it. Public expression. Let's just say public expression and conversation in real time, because Twitter Spaces, right? Again, what they have done, they have monetized what Clubhouse is given for free. And I'm going to tell you right now, people don't make nothing for free. People in the dominant society makes nothing for free. It's kind of like crack cocaine. We give you the first couple samples for free, and then you're hooked. So now we're going to start offering packages of you buying Clubhouse Spaces or monetizing your Clubhouse rooms. Because here's the thing, just like YouTube is free. It's absolutely free. But what they're doing, they're using creators like myself, influencers like myself, for the content that we build. And essentially the money that we get, we allow advertisers and marketers on our channel, when you see those commercials, and they get money from them. So they're not directly taking money from us, but they're taking some of the money that we could get from advertising and marketers. But again, they have to pay for the platform. It's a business. I got it. The same thing they're going to do with Clubhouse Spaces eventually, and what they're already doing in the beta version of Twitter. Bear with me, because you see how Elon Musk is slowly trying to get into Twitter and doing a hostile takeover, okay? Now we see here that they have 7,500 employees out of San Francisco, California. The 52-week high of Twitter was $73. And then the 52-week low was $31. And so right now, Twitter's around $46. So we're kind of in the middle space of the 52-week low and 52-week high, okay? And again, you'll see some headline ratings here. We see that buy at 28.9, hold at 63.2, and sell at 7.9, which is absolutely nothing. And the reason why you're probably seeing all of these skewed analysis and what people are coming out about Twitter is because they don't know the future of Twitter. Anytime investors do not know what a company is going to be, who's going to be the CEO, the COO, the CFO, all of these top executive positions in companies, investors get worrisome and they like to pull their money out because they don't want the stock to essentially tank. But here's the thing, family. There are some tricks and gimmicks that companies can pull to keep their stock relevant. But at the end of the day, they need you and I to make the company worth the millions and billions of dollars that it's worth, because they don't want to use their own money, because now their own money is volatile within that stock. They need other people to see worth in those stocks in order to buy. Now we know there's a lot of things on Twitter, okay? There's a lot of things on Twitter. Don't matter where you got, they're encompassing, just like YouTube has encompassed you going and you're doing reels. They're trying to take that from TikTok. So they're literally stealing and innovating different things within their platforms for everybody, okay? Now, this is on Twitter today. It says here that Musk tweets love me tender days after Twitter takeover offer. And again, don't forget, Musk offered $43 billion to essentially own Twitter. He absolutely wants to own the company outright, the richest man in the world. Now, I'm right around here, family. Let's read this. He states, and I quote, over the weekend, Musk, already the San Francisco-based company's second largest shareholder after amassing a 9.1 stake in the social media firm, tweeted, Twitter's board economic interests are simply not aligned with my shareholders. Twitter on Friday adopted a poison pill to limit Musk's ability to raise his stake in the company. And we're going to go a little bit deeper here because it's very, very important of what they're trying to do and how they're going to go around trying to stop him, okay? So let's jump right into that right now. It says here that Twitter noted that the rights plan would not prevent the board from accepting an acquisition offer if the board deems it in the best interest of the company and its shareholder. Musk already owns more than 9% stake in Twitter, as revealed in a Securities and Exchange Commission filing last week. That's the SEC. Soon after his stake became public, Twitter CEO announced plans for Musk to join the board. They're like, oh, he owns 9%. And, it makes me think. The CEO was like, okay, listen, let's invite him to the board because he's the type of guy that probably try to own Twitter and we don't want him to do that. So let's give him an open invitation to join the board. That's how they kind of went about this. And soon after his stake became public, Twitter CEO announced plans for Musk to join the board. But days later, Musk reversed course and decided not to join the board after all. Meaning that at one point, it seemed as though that Elon Musk was actually considering joining the board. He's like, yeah, let me get back to you on that. Thank you for the offer. It's kind of something like that. So like if you're in the market looking for a career or a job and you got 2 or 3 offers and you're like, hey, how much time do I have to get back to you? Can you give me 48 hours? Can you give me 72 hours? Okay, that's fine. That's the most we can give you. So essentially Elon Musk was like, hey, I'll let you know in a couple of days. He said, no, I don't want to be a part of the board. If he had joined, listen to this, that middle part right there, family. If he had joined, Musk would not be allowed to accumulate more than 14.9% of beneficial ownership of the company's outstanding common stock. This is important. Also on Friday, Bloomberg reported, citing anonymous sources, that Twitter brought on JP Morgan to help respond to Musk's bid. Twitter had already been working with Goldman Sachs, and Musk had been working with Morgan Stanley. Now, granted, these are large conglomerate stock investing companies, and they understand that this percentage and that percentage of a stock and common stock and private stocks and this funding and that funding. They understand the world that Twitter does not. They understand the world that Musk does not. So they need to have consultants to come and help them with this hostile, quote unquote, takeover of Elon Musk. And Elon Musk needs to continue to consult with Morgan Stanley in order to get, how can we do this? And everyone's getting paid, by the way. Everybody's getting paid. Now, several outlets, included the New York Post, reported Twitter was also fielding interest from Thomas Bravo. Though it is still uncertain, a bill will materialize, according to sources who spoke to Reuters. JP Morgan has history with Musk, suing Tesla over a matter related to his 2018 tweet, claiming he had funding secured to take the company private. Tesla later countersued the bank. Okay, I don't know if anyone got essentially paid out of these deals, but let's just say that JP Morgan and Elon Musk, they got bad blood history. They got bad history of trying to sue each other. So we see what's going on in the market, and who is stuck in the middle? It's Twitter. And the question is, if you have Twitter stocks or you're thinking about buying Twitter stocks, is should you buy Twitter stock now? Then the other question you may have, if Elon Musk does acquire Twitter, would Twitter explode? Would Twitter stay stagnant and move laterally, or would Twitter drop? Well, contrary to popular belief, I think that initially Twitter will move laterally or even fall a couple of points if Elon Musk actually took over or acquired Twitter. After a while, because of all the innovation that Twitter seems as though they're doing and have been doing, with the monetization of Twitter Spaces that literally undercut Clubhouse, which is a free app until we know, there's a lot of things that can be done here. Now, what are some of the uses of Twitter? I know a lot of you guys go on there, you look at video clips, and you can live stream through Twitter from other platforms like StreamYard. Like myself, I have a Twitter page where I live stream directly into my Twitter page, where you can be on Twitter and watch that as well. Now, of course, I will want you watching on YouTube because you can monetize it on YouTube with the views, clicks, likes, and the amount of time that you're watching the video, versus on Twitter, you're just watching it. Now, we used to use a program. You guys remember Periscope? Because Periscope was in business, or they were acquired. I really can't clarify the information on this by Twitter, but they would tell you on the Periscope page that go to Twitter now. But there's really no way that you can actually go live on Twitter. But even though I heard that you can go live on Twitter, I know it's confusing. Why is this important that you can potentially go live on Twitter? Because you can tweet, you can do Twitter Spaces, which is essentially Clubhouse, which is a whole entire different app. You can treat Twitter like Reels. You can treat Twitter like Instagram. You can treat Twitter like TikTok. What am I talking about? So first of all, let's go to Spaces. Now, if you guys are not familiar with Spaces, let's take Tariq Nasheed. He's been doing a lot of Spaces lately. Jason Black, a lot of people I follow, they do a lot of Twitter Spaces, right? And the only thing that you have to do on your home page is type filter, Spaces, and then like all the current Spaces will essentially pop up. Or you can go to whatever influence or creator page you like, and then you eventually see the Twitter feed, okay? Now, a lot of this is already recorded. It lets you know if it's live or not. You click on it, and then essentially it tells you people who was inside the room. Now, some of these are pre-recorded that you can go back and replay it, and some of them are just like Clubhouse where they didn't put replay on, okay? So that's one part of it. The second part of it, you can treat it like Reels, where this person right here posted this video. Now, this is a funny video. You can blow it up just like anything else. So I'm gonna make this full page, okay? I'm gonna make this full page. Now, I don't know what school this is at, but the majority of the audience is Black. And the people who are seeming to dance or step are non-Black. Let's just say it that way. They're non-Black. And now in YouTube, fair use. I know there's music in the background. I'm not promoting the music, YouTube. I just want the family to see this dance and hear the music at the same time. And look at the Black people faces in the video. Why is all this relevant? Because again, you can treat Twitter like TikTok and Instagram and Reels and even YouTube in a sense, okay? So YouTube, fair sense. Let me lower my music here. Give me one second, family. This is absolutely hilarious in my opinion. But again, this is some of the innovation of Twitter, and they've been slowly. Now, a lot of us, when you introduce innovations, advances in a social media app, you don't really notice that, oh, they can do that now, because they slightly do it a little bit at a time. But look at this, family. Again, look at the Black people in this video. And then look at the dancers and hit music at the same time. Fair use. I don't know what the hell this is. If you look at the Black people, the guy to the far left in blue, he put his hand up to his face, or somebody put their hand up to his face. And the Black people are not even really looking at them. Look at this man, he got his hand up to his face. He can't even believe what the hell is going on, man. It's absolutely funny. Okay. That's enough. Yeah, so you can treat it like Reels in a sense, because I'm going to show you one more thing. I'm just going to show you how you can kind of treat it as Reels, meaning that, of course, people are making comments about the video. They're doing close-ups. They have other video clips of videos from things they either recorded or uploaded to Twitter. You see all these different type of videos. People can record certain things and upload this, that, and the other. Again, you can do emojis, you can do faces. I mean, it kind of has like If I were to combine Twitter, because I'm showing you the worth, and I know Elon Musk sees this as well. Reddit, okay, if you guys ever been on Reddit, this has somewhat of a Reddit element to it, plus a TikTok element to it, a YouTube element to it, a Clubhouse. Shoot, it's not even a Clubhouse element. It is Clubhouse with Twitter Spaces. Okay, they made a whole new segment, and they're going to monetize it. Meaning you can make money off, and if you can make money off it with your Twitter Spaces, guess what? They can make money off of it. What else here? There's just so many things. That's Uman Johnson, somebody making fun of him. But there's so many things you can do. Like, look how I'm just scrolling. I'm just not even really looking, but I'm being entertained by pictures. Nah, cuz what is this? See, with the head on, I'm just scrolling like I would reels or short clips on YouTube. Twitter encompasses all of this. And I think if you see the importance of why Elon Musk is trying to take over the company, because he can see the value. See, that's the thing about millionaires and billionaires. They can see the value of companies before anyone else. And what they do, they invest, they buy it. Now, let me show you something else, as I was showing you before, is that I have yet to see anyone go live simply on the Twitter app. Now, if you have like StreamYard or OBS, these are platforms that are gateways to go live on Twitter. Now, I looked up how could you go live on Twitter solely by the Twitter app, and this is what it came up with. How to start a live video. Now, I looked on my phone, I looked on the desktop. There's no way I can do this, right? Tap the picture icon from the composer, tap live at the bottom selector, fill in an optional description with appears a Twitter location, then go live, your live broadcast. That's kind of like what? Instagram. That's kind of like what? YouTube. That's kind of like what? TikTok or Snapchat, right? So again, Twitter has been solely integrating and innovating their app to make it more profitable, to make it more relevant, to literally be one of the most powerful social media apps in the world. Because guess who's not on Twitter who absolutely loved Twitter? Donald Trump. Donald Trump loved to make some ignorant tweets out there. Yes, he did. But nonetheless, people would read his ignorant tweets because it was entertaining. Because sometimes reading a certain thing is entertaining, right? He says something stupid. I was out there in front of the Capitol today with my Bible and holding back those hooligans. Like, wait a minute, it was a Black Lives Matter march, so black people now. I'm not saying he said this, okay? I'm just saying this is some of the stuff he would say because he never blatantly calls out black people. He just kind of says in an off-brandish way, right? But nonetheless, I'm just giving you the value of Twitter, and you guys probably didn't even know that you can go live directly from the Twitter. I didn't know that. Excuse me. I didn't know that you can do that because I've always done it via a platform. Now, the most important thing you guys are probably looking at is how much would Twitter be in the next 12 months or so? Okay, cool. Let's look at it. So, when you were looking at Twitter here, we're looking at on the low at $30 per share. And right now, Twitter is $44.90 per share. At the median, at $46 per share. And family, we might as well round it up. We're at $45 per share. So, roughly speaking, we are already at the median price of Twitter. And at a high, Twitter is expected to reach $75 per share. And this is the reason why the CEO of Twitter is trying to stop the hostile takeover Elon Musk of owning Twitter because he knows the value of Twitter. See, a lot of times people build companies to actually sell them. They're like, oh, I didn't know the company was going to be this profitable, but this is not my dream. This is not what I want to do. So they will sell their business. I want you to look at all the acquisitions of Google, all the acquisitions of Amazon, all the acquisitions of IBM. I'm just naming a couple of those companies as examples because they didn't invent some of these companies. They bought them out. Remember Ring, the home security system? That is now a product of Amazon. Ring was a sole entity. There was their own organization. Jeff Bezos went to Ring and say, I want to buy your company. I think it's a really good company. I can offer you twice as much as it's worth. And I don't know the exact numbers of how much Ring sold for under Amazon, but nonetheless, that's what occurred. Ring is now under Amazon. So a lot of these companies, they will be good at one thing and make millions and billions of dollars, and then they just will acquire all these other companies to make their company more value. And eventually, value equals to what? Ding, 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 money. That's what it's about. It's about money. We're talking about the richest man in the world wanting to own Twitter. Now, he got Morgan Stanley to consult with him, just like Twitter has JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs to consult with them. They're like, this is what I think you should do, and this is what you can do, because they know all the rules of the SEC. They know all the rules of the federal government. But I can tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, this won't be the last we hear about Elon Musk trying to buy Twitter, because he got his eyes sucking into it. And guess what? When you are the richest person, the richest man in the world, it kind of reminds me of medieval Europe. And I'm pretty sure there's some elements of Africa in here, where all the kings and queens they were in the different countries of Africa, or back then, the different regions. Kings used to, people used to remind kings, which they knew already, that you can have anything that your eyes can see because of the power of kingship, because the power of the position, and having the authority to order people to do your bidding. Now, of course, that was lineage based with, of course, money. But when you talk about, who can tell Elon Musk what you can't do? He wanted to go to space. He did that. He built his own space company. Now, he wants a company that's tried and true, like Twitter. He sees all the innovation. He sees the futuristic beta programs that they putting out there, and he wants to own Twitter. Now, the only next option, if he can't own Twitter, is to build his own social media platform. But from what he knows from a lot of other people, like even Donald Trump, supposedly built his own social media platform, it's not doing so well. I know that Dr. Boyce Watkins, I follow him as well. He built his own social media platform called Black Enough. And I'm a member of that, but it hasn't really taken off. And again, we are associated with all these major conglomerate social media companies that are very, very popular. And so that's what all the people are. So why would I go and build another spaceship when people are already aboard one spaceship and I can just buy that one? That's how he's thinking. The value is already there. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's really up to you, depending on how you find this information, if Elon Musk will essentially buy Twitter. Because Elon Musk has over 80 million followers on Twitter. He's only following like 114. But when I'm looking at the rooters, I'm looking at all the information, I'm looking at the numbers. Elon Musk has enough money to buy Twitter another 3 or 4 times, because he offered them $43 billion. There you have it. What should you do? I have no freaking idea. You see the stock indicator light, yellowish white. I'm in the middle about this. I don't know if you should invest in Twitter or not. But if you have Twitter, you should absolutely hold Twitter, because it's getting juicy, it's getting grimy, it's getting dirty, it's getting stupid. Because now the board and the Twitter CEO is like, wait a minute, we don't want you to own Twitter. It was okay that you own 9, maybe 10% of Twitter, but you count now you're trying to do a hostile takeover. Because what Elon Musk was really trying to do, he like, hey, listen, I'm about to buy 15% of Twitter. And if I can own 15% of Twitter, I essentially own Twitter. And that's why the board of directors invited Elon Musk to the board of directors. It's like, hey, once you join the board of directors, you have 9%. And they knew once you become part of the board, you can now own more than 14.9%, which stops Elon Musk in his tracks from owning Twitter. That's not what Elon Musk wants. He wants to own Twitter. And that's why he offered them $43 billion. Now, bear with me. I'm just going to type in, how much is Twitter worth? Now, some people would say, well, they were $43 billion because that's what they got offered. But essentially, I'm pretty sure there was a number out there, okay? Because I'm going to tell you what billionaires do. They always offer you a little bit more than what you're worth to make the deal more tantalizing. Let me look this up. Give me 1 second, family, because I think this is important. I just thought I saw a number here of how much Twitter is worth, around $34 billion. Okay, about $34 billion. So we're gonna look at the net value of Twitter very quickly. We're gonna get out of here. So this is what billionaires do, and this is of April. Twitter has a market capitalization, right, and that's what you go off of 34.42 billion. So he's literally offering them 9 billion more dollars, 9 billion more dollars. Then, I mean, family, I can't even fathom a billion, right? I know that 1 billion is 1,000 million, and 1 trillion is 1,000 billion, but he's offering them an extra 9 billion dollars. But again, anytime we're looking at this, the CEO and the board of directors of Twitter are like, hey, listen, in the next year or so, we're going to be worth that $43 billion anyway if we stay on a trajectory, if we continue to push innovation in our social media app. You see everything that we're encompassing. We took the Clubhouse piece with Twitter Spaces. We can do live through different platforms like OBS and StreamYard and this, that, and the other. We have reels, we have video clips, we have a message board with 140 characters. People can write messages. People can also use direct messaging, quote unquote, your DMs to either personal people or even personal organizations. And the next thing to come, right, because they all have them, the next thing to come is going to be video chat. Twitter is going to have video chat. I'm pretty sure next year or two here, uh, as there are monetizing Twitter Spaces, they're going to have video chat where you can go right through Twitter, just like you can in Facebook, just like you can in Instagram, and talk to whoever. Because all of these apps are now encompassing video chat. The only app that I know that doesn't really have video chat is YouTube, and maybe Snapchat, and maybe TikTok. But all the other ones have video chat that you can, like, you got the messenger with Facebook. I just call my buddies and we all on group chat. I'm pretty sure Twitter is going to have that too because of innovation. But I'm just floored about how much money he offered them. He offered them 9 billion more dollars more than they're worth. And the reason why they do that, family, because again, these billionaires understand the value of a company. They understand the trajectory of a company. They understand the worth of a company. They understand the solid financial foundations of a company. They totally understand how and when these companies will make their money back. Because believe me, you're not going to offer $9 more billion to a company and don't expect ROI, return of investment, return ROA, return of assessment. You're not going to do that. And Twitter has been going around for a very long time and very, very popular people. I mean, everybody is on Twitter. I want you guys to think about this before you leave here. I want you to think about YouTube. I absolutely love YouTube. I know you guys do too. They call it YouTube University. Anything that you want to know, anything that you want to hear, anything that you want to see, it's on YouTube. You want to know how to install a drywall? It's on YouTube. You want to know how to build a car? It's on YouTube. You want to know how to breathe in space? That, that's not on YouTube. You probably need a spacesuit to breathe in space. I was on a roll, but anyway, but it's on YouTube, right? So when you look at these other apps, they're filling a void that these major apps like YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram is not fulfilling, and that is with Twitter. People more so go to Twitter to tweet, but guess who's on Twitter more so than Instagram and all these other apps? Government officials. We're talking about presidents, VPs, congressmen, all of these senators, all of these old white people and black and Asian and Hispanic. They have a Twitter page. We're talking about governors, district attorneys, uh, police departments. I mean, almost every government, every important person has a Twitter page. I know I said I was gonna leave here, but I'm feeling it right now. I'm feeling it right now. So I'm gonna go over to Twitter. I'm gonna show you guys, and let's type up someone. Who can we type up? Let's type up Alabama. Okay. I messed that totally up. Got this new keyboard I got to learn. I'm just going to type in Alabama because some people may come up with Alabama, but the state of Alabama may come up. Look, Alabama football, they have a page, the official Twitter account of the University of Alabama football team. You have Alabama, the band, the University of Alabama. I mean, a government official, schools, everybody has a Twitter page. Watch this. I'm putting the state, Alabama. Alabama State Department of Education, Alabama State FB, Alabama State University. I'm not from Alabama. I just picked the state, but I'm showing you how all these federal, state, and local entities have a Twitter page. That's the relevancy of Twitter. Everybody's on Twitter. Absolutely everyone's on Twitter. And believe me, ladies and gentlemen, it's just like cocaine. In the beginning, I give you a little bit. I got you hooked. Now it's time for you to pay up. So look out for a lot of these things in Twitter, especially Twitter Spaces, to be monetized. Okay. But again, do I think Twitter will be worth more than the $45? It just went up to $45, ladies and gentlemen. In the pre-market, it was $43. Now it's $45. It's about to hit the median price of the forecast amount, according to CNN Business, at $46 per share. It's already at 45. So we can tell even the publicity of Elon Musk trying to buy Twitter is absolutely is absolutely helping the Twitter stock. So there you have it. Whether you're going to hold it, buy it, or sell it, or even buy options from it, there's where to make money off of Twitter. But I'm just interested to see where this will go over time. All right, we see we got Wendell in the room. Nice to see you, as well as Alaska Skies. Thank you guys and ladies for joining. Everyone, you have a great and wonderful Monday. And I'll be following the Twitter thing. And if anything else pertinent come out, I'll let you know about it. This is Financial Literacy 101. Learn money and be inspired. I'm out.